Okay, so in today's video, I have got another drawing for you. So this drawing is going to be of Paramore. So if you want to see that, then keep on watching. So I obviously started out by doing like a quick little sketch, but I never really tend to film that because I feel like, I don't know, it's just really boring. It's a lot of like drawing and then rubbing out and then drawing and then rubbing out. So I just feel like it's a little bit boring to watch. Obviously I try and get like as much detail into the sketch as I possibly can. That's kind of like the best way of making this process easier. Um, Obviously, if I don't really have much of a sketch to go off of, then shading and stuff like that is quite difficult to actually gauge. Um, so yeah, I do try and put in kind of as much detail as I can. It does sometimes become a little bit difficult with pencil. Obviously, you don't want to add too much in because then you're going to end up having to like rub it out before you even start with the colored pencil, which kind of defeats the point of it at that point. Um, but yeah, anyway, obviously, yeah, you can see roughly the sketch underneath, and this probably took me maybe 20 minutes, half an hour to do the sketch. So yeah, that was obviously like my base like building block for this, and then I did what I usually do and went straight in for one of the faces. I feel like doing this just, I don't know, it just makes it so much easier and so much like better. Like I feel like the process of actually drawing once you've got like the face done is just so much like nicer. I don't know. It's weird. Like it's a weird, I can't describe it, but I feel like even though like obviously you can see this whole picture here that is obviously sketched out, the faces are actually quite a small portion of it. But I feel like the faces are actually obviously like the biggest part. It's the most like recognizable bit. It's the bit that takes me the longest for sure. Getting proportions correct, getting shading correct, making sure that these people actually look how they're supposed to look. So yeah, that definitely does take me sort of the longest time, which is why, well, one of the reasons why I like to do the faces first. That, and also I feel like building lighter colors first is obviously just easier and it's a better way of doing it. Um, I could have obviously done like the shirt first, but obviously, as you'll see in a little while, the shirt is quite dark. So if I was doing that and then going back over to do the face, then likelihood is I'm probably gonna smudge it. I'm probably gonna get like the darker colors everywhere. I mean, obviously, as you can see here, I have actually started sort of doing some of the hair at this point, which is obviously a dark color. But obviously, you can also see that I'm left-handed, so my hand is never gonna cross over that patch again. Um, but obviously with the face it is going to cross back over. So yeah, I try to kind of think about it as much as I possibly can to kind of make it like, I don't know, make it easier for myself, I guess. But yeah, that's, yeah, this one was definitely the longest one. This face was definitely the longest one out of all three of them. um yeah, I don't know why, I just it just seemed to take me absolutely ages. I feel like sometimes when I start a new drawing, it takes me ages to get back into drawing, almost as if like all of a sudden I just can't draw. So yeah, that this was definitely the part of the drawing for me that felt the most like that. Um, so yeah, there was so much footage for certain parts of this that I have literally just cropped bits out and gotten rid of them. Um, I have also lost some footage, which is really, really annoying. Um, yeah, I don't really know what's happened to it. And then there was other footage that just wouldn't upload. I tried multiple times, it just wouldn't upload. So that's also really disappointing. Obviously, the final work is what I draw for, but also I love doing these videos to kind of see the process. And unfortunately, I obviously now don't have that process to be able to actually like put together and see, which is really quite annoying. But yeah, I guess it just is what it is, and yeah, that's that essentially. But yeah, I also like having them so I can see exactly how long each drawing took me. But yeah, like I say, I feel like this one took me around about 6 or 7 hours, I think. So yeah, I mean, it's not horrendous considering there was literally three people in this picture. I mean, obviously they are smaller by comparison to the other drawings that I have done because obviously there is three of them and the paper size is still exactly the same. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was going to take me a lot longer than it actually did. So I'm quite glad that it actually didn't take me as long. But yeah, that was sort of, yeah, I thought it was going to take me really long based off of how long it took me to do this face. But yeah, like I say, once I had actually finished this, then it was kind of smooth sailing from here. Um, Once I'd finished the face, I kind of didn't really know how to tackle his hat or his shirt or anything. And I mean, obviously, you can't see my reference photo because I had it on my MacBook next to me. Um, but yeah, the reference photo I literally just stared at for ages trying to figure out what I was going to do. And in the end, I just decided to just go in for it and just do it. And yeah, I thought I will just make it up as I go and it will be fine. And yeah, I can confidently say that it was okay, and I'm actually pretty proud of how this came out. Um, so his hat was kind of like a knitted hat, and I didn't really know how to make it look knitted. So in the end, as you can see here, I ended up just putting in some small like dot work all the way up so that you can kind of see that it has a pattern to it. And that's kind of how it looked in the photo as well. It was kind of just sort of dot work, obviously like the gaps in between the stitches and stuff. So yeah, that's how I decided to do that. And then we was on to the shirt afterwards. um, I feel like definitely with this one, I kind of had to do like one person at a time, um, because obviously this guy is so far over in the right that it's like, again, with being left-handed, like leaning over the top would have just been an absolute nightmare. But yeah, again, the shirt, I didn't really know how I was going to tackle it. But as you can see, I kind of did an all over blue and then an all over grey over the top, and then I put my shadows in at this point, before we add in any sort of texture or line work or anything like that. So yeah, I put the shadows and like the creases in the shirt already, so that they were there kind of like as a base level underneath the pattern that I was going to put on top, which was like, I guess, like a checkered pattern. So yeah, obviously we've got a little bit of a shadow under the collar, and yeah, I then at some point eventually started actually going in with the pattern, which obviously you can see on the collar here I had already done on that part, and then yeah, just went down basically, and just kept going down with the lines and then went across with them as well, and eventually it all kind of lined up and went across as it was supposed to. Added in the button that I had somehow missed out, and then yeah, obviously just went across. I didn't want to do them straight across. Obviously, a shirt is not going to be completely straight. There are going to be some creases and like wrinkles in it. So yeah, I did them a little bit wavier as well to kind of signify that the shirt actually has movement and it isn't just like one stiff piece essentially. So yeah, obviously you can see that yeah, you can see that that didn't actually take too long, really. So yeah, obviously it looks like it would have taken ages, but yeah, in the grand scheme of things, that didn't actually take me too long at all, and that was actually probably one of the easiest parts of this drawing. Even though it kind of looks like it should be the most complicated, it actually wasn't, which I was really grateful for because I was really dreading doing this to begin with. But yeah, I think overall this one turned out pretty good. Obviously, had to do the other side of the shirt here, which I just did the same process with. Um, Obviously, we didn't have the whole side of this shirt, because we had a shoulder in the way, so we didn't actually have the whole side, but that's okay. Obviously, just makes it easier for me to put that pattern on, and yeah, it was just overall a lot easier on this side, obviously with it being a lot smaller, and yeah, it definitely didn't take me as long either. So yeah, you can see obviously just building the pattern up here. I couldn't really think of another way to do this, and even now I still can't think of another way to do it. But if you would have done this a different way, then please do let me know how you would have done it. But yeah, this is how I decided to do it, and at this point I was feeling pretty proud of this piece and thought it was actually pretty good. So yeah, obviously it definitely helps when you get partway through a drawing and you really like it and you think it looks really good. It kind of just motivates you to keep going and carry on with it. Sometimes I've had it in the past where I've been halfway through a drawing, haven't really been feeling it, so I've literally just not gone back to it for like 4 months, and that is really, really irritating because it's one of those things you just want to get it done, but because you're not really feeling it too much, you don't, and then you just put it off and put it off and put it off, and then when you finally do actually pick it back up and finish it, it looks and feels great. But yeah, it's really, really annoying and really quite off-putting to kind of like, I don't know, feel that way a little bit. So yeah, like I say, definitely a good thing that at this point I was feeling pretty confident in it and was really liking the way that this was going. I kind of lost it a little bit here. I kind of thought, oh my god, what are you doing? You literally can't draw. But yeah, I did eventually kind of pick it back up again, but unfortunately this, as you can see by the timestamp of the video, this is pretty much some of the last footage that I actually managed to keep and find now that I'm editing and be able to actually upload into this. Yeah, really quite annoyed that I lost some of that footage because yeah, it was really quite good to look at. Obviously once I finished recording, I go back and like kind of time lapse them a little bit and have a look at them, and yeah, yeah, I thought it was quite good, but yeah, I guess we will never actually see, but it's fine because we have the final product and you can see the final product, so at least we have that, and there's not actually like I've not completely lost everything. Obviously I still do have the final product, it's just a little bit frustrating that I don't actually have the process videos, but it's okay, I have a large majority of it. Obviously as you can see here, we're quite a portion through this now. Obviously we've got one person completely finished and then one person part of the way done. She's got one eye, not another, and there is only like one section of her hair that is actually done. The rest of it is kind of just like an orange like wash, I guess. But yeah, it is what it is, and this is the way that I kind of go with these. I kind of jump in between sections, which is probably actually really annoying. It's probably really annoying to actually watch. Obviously you can see that I've literally done one eye and then left the other. Obviously eventually she does get a second eye, but for now she only has one, and I don't think you will actually see me draw the second one. I think this will literally finish with me drawing her hair, which when you see the final picture you will see did not stay like this at all. So yeah, unfortunately this is basically all of the footage that I have, but yeah, look on my Instagram for the final product, and yeah, it will also be for sale. Okay, so obviously as you would have seen, you wouldn't have actually seen the final product because unfortunately I actually lost some of the footage and some of the footage wouldn't actually upload properly. So unfortunately, yeah, obviously you didn't see the entire process of this one, but this is the finished drawing. So yep, that's it all finished. I think on and off it maybe took me a total of like 6 or 7 hours. So yeah, not too bad, not the worst. But yeah, that is the final drawing. Please let me know down below what you think and if there are any other people that you want me to draw. And yeah, other than that, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!